I have a tickle in my throat all of a sudden. Great. Excuse me. Meaning, this is the last day of the month. And it's been a good month. In fact, I would say this month of April, by far, was a turnaround month for me and for DSP Gaming. Why? Well, if you don't remember, the months of January, February, and March, sadly, things were slowing down to a crawl around here. And what I mean by that is because I had been playing so many insanely lengthy, slow-paced RPGs that basically attendance, viewership, engagement, everything was down. And that's not good, you know? And especially time of the year when typically the first quarter of the year is rife with exciting new game releases. This year, there just were not that many high-profile games getting any kind of notoriety. Too many RPGs in an incredibly short period of time that made absolutely no sense, all cutting into each other's attention and profit margins. And the best games of the year were like little indie titles. You know, games like Pal World or Helldivers 2 were getting way more recognition and play than the supposed big AAA releases that were coming out. So, I turned it around, man. This month, things definitely changed for the better. Attendance, engagement, everything up this month for sure, and that's a great thing. You know, bringing back Elden Ring into the mix was exactly the right move. Gave us a month to focus on it, and now we're at the end, the Melania boss fight, the end of the game. So we're right on pace to finish it and then get ready for the DLC in June. The return of Street Fighter 6 to the rotation, playing with the 5 characters that I learned, you know, back when I was playing the game more often, and getting back into the swing of things. Perfect timing, because now the update for Street Fighter 6 is coming on May 22nd. Bringing in some new games into the mix, like Alone in the Dark. I myself actually playing Helldivers 2 after avoiding it for months. And, of course, the new game Another Crab's Treasure that we're playing right now. So it all has worked. And, of course, this all culminates in the last week when I started my Fallout 4 Modern run, bringing in the next-gen version and a brand new build of the Idiot Savant melee character, right? So, there you go. It's been a great month. I'm very happy that it brought things back. If you take a look, viewership's up this month, engagement is up this month, everything. Like, people are pleased again with the content on this channel, and that's a good thing. The way I see it, we can only go up from here, especially with the fact that in late May and then in June, we actually do have a score of new games coming out that'll be exciting. For the meantime, we have a good schedule in rotation going right now. So that's a great thing. Because I was actually having the discussion with my wife about this yesterday. I was like, so for the months that I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, okay, here's the deal. Every time I streamed Baldur's Gate 3, a particular group of people would come out to watch. But it would only be between 200, 300 viewers. And honestly, it would probably be like 10 of the same supporters every day. And they were incredibly generous. They were supporting the channel with tips every day. But what happened was viewership went down, engagement went way down, and all the other kinds of support, meaning super chats, memberships, all that, completely dwindled because it was the same people coming out every day, and all they would do is tip, and that was it. So you didn't have that organic feeling of people supporting the channel because they really didn't like Baldur's Gate 3. I'm just going to be honest. The vast majority of viewers here didn't like that game, and I played it for over 140 hours because people were demanding it, okay? Now, with a game like Fallout 4 and others, that variety of support is back. And what I mean by that is people are showing up, so views are up. Engagement is up. People are talking. People are liking the streams. You know what I'm saying? And yes, variety of support has come back. We're back to the point where people are becoming members and renewing their memberships and gifting legit memberships. People are super chatting every day. This is great. That's the kind of support I need to keep this channel afloat. And for 2.5 months, it had died completely. And, you know, we were in dire straits there, quite frankly. I was nervous, but things bounced back in a big way this month. So I'm very happy for that. And thank you to all of you who came back this month and checked out all the variety of content and supported it in any way. I really appreciate that, okay? Now, I do want to talk about something very annoying that happened last night, okay? And seriously, I hope that it's something that it's not going to affect me and I can recover from it, okay? So last night I'm streaming Elden Ring. Now keep in mind, it's incredibly difficult, Halig Tree. It's the hardest part of the game. It's the toughest enemies. It's challenging enough. As I'm sitting here, all right, and I'm playing the game, I receive chargeback after chargeback after chargeback from someone who was an anonymous tipper, but apparently it was all the same person. They had been tipping me just about 2 weeks ago, and they had done a series of big tips for several streams that allowed me to hit the goals, and I was celebrating, putting on the vest and everything, and it was all fake. This person is now committing fraud and trying to say that over $200 of tips that they legitimately sent me, because each one had a legit message attached and everything, are fake, okay? So now, here's the problem with that. First of all, I immediately lose that money. It gets taken away from me, okay? Number two, I'm in a situation now where I have to try to fight these chargebacks, and I hate to say it, but sadly, it's kind of a crapshoot, all right? You never know what's going to happen. And I can show evidence. Hey, look, here's when they came in. Here's me corresponding with the stream when it came in, when I shouted it out, right? And here's the evidence that, here's the email and the message that came through and all of that, right? It's very, very frustrating. It's number one, it's not resolved quickly. Even if I dispute these and try to get them, cleared up, it could take upwards of more than a month sometimes. So that money just sits there frozen, and you don't know if you're going to get it back or not. Okay? It's just really frustrating because it also depends on how they did it. And I'll be honest, I didn't even look into it yet, because different chargebacks are done different ways. And if it's done a certain way, then sometimes you have a higher chance of winning the dispute. If it's done a different way, then you have a much lower chance of winning the dispute. And honestly, I hate to say it, PayPal to this day is still set up as if they think you're buying and selling physical goods, which, quite frankly, most people who use PayPal, they're not using for that anymore. It's just stupidity that it's still set up that way and so outdated. So they'll be like, oh, so provide the shipping information. There is no shipping information, stupid. There was no product sent. This was a tip during a live stream. Like, what are you talking about? It's moronic. Why are you asking for that information? There won't be any. But again, it's like kind of like working with banks too. Today, banks still act like it's the 1980s with the way that they operate, with their hours, the way transactions work at a bank. Oh, you want to deposit some money? Well, you got to take like 2-3 days for it to clear. What the fuck are you talking about? Everything is digital today. It should be instant. I can transfer money between PayPal accounts. I can do payments all over the place, but the bank is delayed, right? So it's this kind of the same thing, is that they get these really outdated practices. They just don't understand how things work in the modern era. Anyway, so here I am playing Elden Ring in some of the hardest parts of the game, and I keep getting chargeback notifications, and I'm like, this sucks. So here's the deal. This is not the end of the world. It was, I did the math. I think it was around $225 or $250 or something like that got charged back. It's not horrendous. It just sucks. That's money that I had earned. Like, when you think about it, that's like a couple days earnings, right? Lost now. And it's not anything crazy, but at the same time, I really need to have a couple good days. Like today and tomorrow, my final 2 streaming days of this week, I need them to be good streaming days. You know what I mean? Like, I can't have slow days now. If I do, that's actually going to really hurt me. I'm going into the new month. All my bills are coming due. I just had to pay a bunch of money because I got finished my taxes and everything. I had to pay for that. So, it sucks, the timing. Oh, by the way, I just got in the mail. Oh, time to renew your car registration. Oh, yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot. Really needed that right now. Just another, I guess how much that is? $200. Gee. If my money hadn't gotten stolen from me, maybe I could pay for my car registration right now, right? So anyway, it's pretty annoying and frustrating. There's nothing you guys did wrong or can do about it, but you can help right now by supporting the content in some way. Maybe you're someone who hasn't particularly been watching any of the playthroughs recently, but you still like the content, all right? Please support it in some way. Anything would help right now, quite frankly. Being that today's the last day of April, even if you were to do like a super chat or a membership today, it would count, and I would get paid for it next month, and that would help. But particularly, if you could tip today would be great. If you could tip tomorrow, it would be great to help make up for this lost stuff. that would be amazing. If we can hit some of these tips goals in the next couple of days, yes, that would help a lot. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about it all day. I'm just going to mention it because, yeah, it happened live during the stream last night. It frustrated the shit out of me as I'm playing a tough game. This happens. I'm like, son of a bitch, right? But I'm not going to be bringing it up all day or anything like that. I just want everyone to know, if you can help me right now, that would be great. And if not, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Things will be tighter, but it is what it is, okay?